How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Satoshi Club, where today I'm going to teach you about the top 10 launch pads for crypto projects in the next few years. And you all know that the Bitcoin halving is coming out in 2024. You all know that potentially the change from fossil fuel powered energy to solar powered energy will induce the government to put in a lot more money into companies in the form of subsidies, which may cause the next bull run, and you all want to prepare for it somehow. Wait, you didn't know this? Well, maybe I do discuss it in one of the next videos, so drop a like if you want to see that. But in general, IDO platforms are the new ICO platforms. ICO kind of rose and then it stalled, but IDO is good because it's supposed to be decentralized, and I've gathered the top 10 platforms for you right here. Now, we're not going to use all 10 of them from this list right here, which I will link down below anyways, but some of them are new and pretty interesting, right? If you've probably heard of Aptos or Sui, right? I used to call it Siu, like those Ronaldo memes, but it doesn't really matter. Aptos and Sui are two up-and-coming blockchains that have created some huge returns recently, but in general are quite interesting and definitely something you have to see. So let's get into it. First, a little recap on IDOs and Launchpads themselves. I did create another video on this back in the day, like 5 months ago, but let me just recap here real quick. So IDO platforms are platforms, first of all, for launching new coins, crypto projects, and raising liquidity. And according to Crypto Minari Capital, Launchpads provide regular investors the opportunities that were previously only available to venture capitalists and other large-scale investors. So what's the idea? The idea is to enter a project before everybody else does, before it goes public, and with the common sense that if you enter before, you have the potential to make even larger gains, but you are carrying a larger risk in case the project completely just fails, right? And obviously there is going to be profits for early contributors, but that's something that we can talk about later on. Now, the first thing that I actually found was pretty interesting, right? So this is apparently an AI launchpad on Aptos and Sui. Now, I still haven't found where the AI is in this whole story, right? We all know the AI hype is there. Maybe they're just trying to ride the hype, but both Aptos and Sui are tremendous networks that may even beat Solana and the likes of them in the coming years. So it's definitely something to keep in mind, right? And this APAD, right, is a launchpad, that's opening Aptos and Sui to the future of DeFi. And what these guys are basically trying to do is, first of all, boost their own APAD project, right, where they are still looking for funding, right? They only collected 4.8 out of the 330 Ethereum required for this all to happen. But maybe it picks up, right? Maybe it picks up, and it does seem like something very interesting. Now, are these guys just trying to ride the hype of both Aptos and Sui and AI? Maybe they are, but it's definitely worth looking into, because if they start working the way that they actually said they will be, by launching projects, by creating these curated launches and only choosing the best ones out there, marketing them for you, and just marketing all of these top tier projects, they could actually go pretty big in the future, and it's definitely something to look into. So right here you would be literally investing, not using a launchpad to invest in a project, but actually investing early in the launchpad, right? So that's something I wanted to bring to you for the start of this video. It's maybe a good opportunity. Check it out yourself, read their pitch deck, check out their feed round, read a little bit about them and how they were in the past, and maybe you can make some comments down below with your thoughts about it. Now, next up we have FireStarter, right? IMOs. And if you're wondering what an IMO is, it's an initial Metaverse offering, which is something that, I haven't really seen a lot of back in the day, but they are having one pre-sale going on right now with these crypto citizens. And basically it's powered by these four blockchains right here. You can check them out, and there is a bunch of projects that are coming soon, or crypto citizen, registration is closed, but I do think the seed round will come very soon and you will be able to invest. And generally, you just see these metaverses that could be even beating Decentraland or Axie Infinity or Sandbox, and all of these games that are good in theory, but Decentraland is not really that good of a game, let's be honest about it. So if you're looking for up and coming metaverse projects, maybe FireStarter is the project for you. And it's pretty cool, right? Metaverse or initial metaverse offerings, whether or not you like the metaverse idea itself, it is it does have the potential to have a fundamental part of our future, same as AI does, same as maybe NFTs even do in some way, shape, or form when it comes to property rights or whatever. The Metaverse does have an opportunity to make something for themselves, because when you think about it, every time we hop on a video call with someone else, that video call could be made amplified and even better if we were part of some sort of Metaverse, at least for the 45-minute period where we actually are in the call. So you see all of this access allocation right now when it comes to FireStarter, but this is something you need to research on your own. If you're interested, once again, you can comment down in the comments, and maybe I make a dedicated video if you guys really want to learn about how to use FireStarter. But in general, just join the website, connect your wallet, register to one of the pre-sales, lock in a little bit of tokens, and you're there, right? You're supporting them, and if it goes big, you can withdraw your tokens later on. Now, next up, you have BSCPad, right? It's the first decentralized IDO platform for the Binance Smart Chain network. It's not too interesting. The website is a little bit buggy, so I kind of don't really like this one. You have a few different allocation requirements, but to be completely honest, if a website is, like lagging like this, I don't really like the project from the get-go. But if you're looking for Binance Smart Chain projects, maybe this one can be for you. Now let's move on, right? We have GameFi, and GameFi specializes in IGOs, right? IGOs are initial game offerings, right? And all of these games are usually either play and earn, or they are on the blockchain, right? And here's the whole idea. You stake your tokens, you get KYC verified, you apply to the whitelist, you purchase, and then you claim your rewards later on. And you can see a few of them that are going on right now, I believe. Actually, it's starting in to be announced, so they're not actually happening right now. See, one of them is actually on Doge chain for the token, but generally they are on the Ethereum or Binance Smart Chain. And in general, they have actually created quite an ROI back in the past, which you can check out right here. For example, this one, they raised 3K, or actually 170K for the IDO, I believe. Community pool was a little bit smaller, but Monstera, pretty huge project, right? Pretty huge game. They raised, over 125K, 90K here. So it's pretty good, right? What they're doing, and pretty interesting project. So you may want to check out GameFi yourselves. Now, next up, we have Trustpad, right? And apparently it is the safest launchpad. It's a multi-chain launchpad as well. And basically it allows you to stake these Trustpad tokens to get early access to top tier projects. So you stake Trustpad tokens and they shower you with different projects that you are able to invest in. So one of them requires KYC verification. Upcoming ones, you see, right? You can see how many or how much money is raised right now. You have the Axis Metaverse, the live ties, and all of this stuff that you're literally able to just head on over to the website, see if the project is good or not. For example, this one is on Polygon, and it looks pretty interesting. Live ties, it's a fintech, the first fintech metaverse, right? Virtual world where people can plan their lives and probably work and stuff. So it's pretty interesting, right? So check out Trustpad yourself. Check out the frequently asked questions if you have anything that you want to learn about. And if you want to buy TPad, you can do it on PancakeSwap and simply just connect your wallet here, start staking a little bit, and unlock all of these projects for yourself. So let me just recap real quick. This is not the same as heading on over to CoinMarketCap and purchasing a token, because all of these tokens that are on CoinMarketCap are already in the millions of dollars of money raised and of market cap and everything. And as you can see right here, these are projects that are in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if they really provide the value that they're saying that they can provide, they can go into the millions later on, which is where this whole, hype about launchpads actually comes in. So if you want to find good projects, you go into a launchpad and you buy in a lot earlier than everybody else. Now, the key is to do your own due diligence and find the right projects to invest in. Now, furthermore, we have the DAOMaker, and this is one of the largest ones from before. They have not only a launchpad, they have a bunch of different stuff: farming, vesting, DAO swap, vote, fair drops, staking DAO, governance system, and obviously a launchpad as well, where they did, a lot of people contributed to it. A lot of different, rewards, obviously, from all of this stuff were distributed to holders of all of these tokens on the launchpad. And as you can see, they have their app, they have everything going on. They have the private SHO, which allows anyone with more than $500 worth of tokens in their wallet to participate. And as you can see, the private SHO means you need to stake a minimum of 250 DAO to access these private SHOs with higher winning chances and larger allocation sizes. So if you're a small investor, $500. If you're a larger investor, you gotta go through a little process. You stake your DAO, and basically once you start staking it, you're able to gain access to these other projects. Now, Bounce is pretty cool as well. They first of all give you jobs on the blockchain, right, for employers and for talents as well. They have a lot of different tools when it comes to the token and the labs, but they generally provide management and logistics in the Web3 world. And first of all, they've 10,000 companies and investors who worked with them, 20,000 individuals, 6,000 auctions hosted, 12.4K NFTs launched, and 1,300 jobs posted in the Metaverse or in the crypto or Web3 world, right? So if you're a person who's looking for people to work for your blockchain, you can find them through Bounce. So you can say that Bounce is actually a launchpad for employees as well, right? Where you can literally find employees that are, at the bottom of their curve, and they can work with you and get even more valuable later on. You could say that, or for companies, or for pretty much anything in the Web3 world. This is why Bounce is quite an interesting one, and it does have sort of a hybrid approach, because it's not only launching NFTs and these DeFi projects, it's also helping people get jobs, and that's why it's pretty cool. Now, we've got only a few left. We had the paid network, which is basically network, another launchpad, right? It's an ignition launchpad where you get paid networks track record, right? Which they obviously did a lot of. They have their markets as well, and all you need to do is pretty much just get into the ecosystem, stake once again, and start using these tokens. I just wanted to mention a few more of them if you want to have a big selection and variety of them, because as you can see, putting all of your funds into one exchange such as FTX can be quite disgusting at the end of whatever happens, and diversifying even with your launchpads could be a good idea. So if you're going to invest into 10 projects from a launchpad, probably scatter these 10 projects on 4 or 5 different launchpads, because it's a safer way to go, and you're already you already have a lot of potential reward because you're in a launchpad yourself, and one of those projects that are in very early stages. So why not diversify the launchpad itself, so it doesn't happen that they don't have liquidity and just don't pay you out at the end of the day. Now you have Starpad. This is almost the last one. It's a decentralized incubator where game developers get a chance to present their game to the entire Starpunk community. So they have their own community, and you can see how many funds they raised for a bunch of different projects out there. You can explore the projects right now, and you can see what they're doing in the future as well. Pretty cool one. I like the website. I like how it looks. I've heard about these guys before, and generally quite a simple ecosystem right here. I don't know if they have any more incubators. You are able to incubate your own project right now, but I do recommend you check them out on their socials and learn a little bit more. And lastly, you have RedKite, which is also a pretty cool one. They've raised over $9 million of funds, a plus 3,000% average ROI, which is at the all-time high. So you maybe shouldn't trust this number for everything, but there is a few projects that they worked with as well. For example, Monstera, they did raise 91K for Monstera, where at the same time, I believe it was FireStarter, or no, sorry, it was GameFi who also raised for Monstera back in the past, but they raised a little bit more money. So Monstera did their thing correctly. They signed up to more launchpads, and they got the advantage of multiple different communities. So RedKite is there as well, and that concludes this video. So if you enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, check out my previous videos, because they're pretty cool and you're probably going to learn something, and I really hope to see you all in the next video. And with that being said, I'm not a financial advisor, and you should do your own due diligence before investing into anything in the blockchain, crypto, or NFT world. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video.